I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
Bro, was Monokuma on fentanyl when he made this room? This shit looks fucking disgusting. All right.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Please refresh us, as it's been quite some time, Mr. Monokuma.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
It was me.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment.
Black? I'm black.
If you pick the wrong person,
I'm black. There's no way you choose the wrong person.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Shit, not me. I don't got no rights. Okay, I'm done.
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
That's a thing?
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
Monami, I don't like you.
I'm here today
I wouldn't mind.
because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
But you're probably not edible, to be honest.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
I'm telling you, it's me. I'm confessing.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Oh boy.
Akane! You seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
See now, if Teru freak ass was here.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Bro, I completely don't remember how the funhouse works anymore. I honestly never did.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
Uh-huh.
I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
She just told you why. Why are you making it weird?
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
No?
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
The more I play this game, the more I realize, like, Kazuichi is like, he self-cucks. Like, it's so obvious at this point.
With links like those,
Self-sabotage.
split's real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
I also couldn't get my controller to work, so if I fuck up on mouse and key, that's why.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring
Telephone.
intros. Let's talk about the killer.
We don't know who they are.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
That's a bold claim.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
How did he look like again? He got fucking mangled. Holy shit.
You're the cruelest one here!
Is she?
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Nothing is crueler than murder in a world like this.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
What is that supposed to mean? Are you, like, talking down on her?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if it were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... I don't know.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
It couldn't be the hammer, right?
The weapon was right
That
there
would
at the
make
scene of
sense.
the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
The oil was not on the hammer. There's no oil on the hammer.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
Because it's wrong.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
What brand is his feet? Tesla?
But that hammer was clean.
That was awful.
So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Yeah, that Mario Bros. Ass hammer.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Then why not just discard the weapon entirely?
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
No.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Exactly.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Damn right.
Baby gangsta? Me?
That sounds like a rapper, Baby Gang, from like 90s.
Just so y'all know, I was
With,
trying
like-
to test you guys.
Tupac, Biggie, Nas and them.
I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
And now that nigga's like 50 years old and still calls himself that, and nobody listens to his shit because it sounds like ass.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
Enlighten me.
If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, would it be the pillar?
I see!
Yep.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Yeah, we even tried, and that didn't work.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
The shit was mad fucking heavy. What do you mean, why?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
So what do you mean, why?
But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Is that true?
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
We haven't had a suicide in Danganronpa in a while.
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then what the fuck would he have been doing with the pillar?
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Akane,
I guess you're right.
stop talking. That's all you're doing is talking.
The heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word. Unalive. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would unalive himself.
But that's a problem.
I don't know why I'm
If it's
censoring
not the
the word.
pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh?
For reals?
For real?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
What the fuck? Okay. You're gonna prove that it's the murder weapon. I don't know what this will be, so let's hear her out.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
I think it would have been like
Even I could probably tip it over.
smash his head in, no?
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
I don't believe that. The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over the pillar? Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted,
I think I have
beating
to...
him with it is beyond a...
What about tipping the pillar over?
How do I...
They aimed right for his head and
Hold on. I actually don't know how to grab... shits. How do I grab a... bullet? Or take what someone said and... It actually does not say. Hold left mouse. Okay.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, I'm getting hella excited!
Okay.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over?
No? What does that have to do with the fact that the pillar tipped over the pillar? That it's fucking heavier than my fucking load of shit in my asshole?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
What do you mean?
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
I have to refute what she's saying, right?
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Is it the good night button? 'Cause it's not like he would just sit there and let someone beat his fucking head in.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed
God
right
damn
for
it.
his head and bullseye.
Even I could... Considering it probably exerted it.
Sonia, I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over?
Nope. Alright.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted,
Actually,
beating him with it is beyond a dream.
what is the truth bullet about the tipped over pillar? One of the pillars on the side of the floor was tipped over. The damaged area is also stained. It's so heavy that two people couldn't budge it. So how... Where's... What?
What about tipping the pillar over?
Oh, the fragments!
They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could... Considering it probably
It's
exerted...
gotta be the fragments, right?
I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift.
If the pillar was not lifted,
Right? Because the fragments don't have oil in them. Yeah, they're clean.
beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Let's go.
No, that's wrong.
Superior sorcery in the house.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Oh,
Huh? Fragments?
that works too.
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
And they're clean.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
But that also makes more sense. Yeah.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
Right, shut your ass up.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
Because there's fucking blood on it, asshole. It has to do something with literally everything.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
Bro, was Monokuma on fentanyl when he made this room? This shit looks fucking
I
disgusting.
just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh?
Black Eyed
That's
Peas?
just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Well,
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
how, Aaron Yeager? Please tell us.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
Isn't he Kirito from Sword Art as well? Nigga, spill the beans.
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say?
The hell?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
You know a lot actually, because you were in the fucking Saw room, and you seen something in the little armory room.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific
A
item.
specific item?
Don't copy me.
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
Isn't that the perk on Dead by Daylight when you open a locker as a killer? I'm
So,
kidding.
Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
I'm not gonna lie, Nagito Loki has aura. No, you don't.
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
No, it's not you.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
That fat ass gerbil on your shoulder. I know this shit ate.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Stop glazing. Oh my god.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Yeah, we're glazing instead of figuring out who killed our friend. I don't like it either.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly.
Thank you.
What is the ultimate weapon?
Me and Fuyuhiko would be great friends, bro. When he was meaner.
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together.
Jeez.
You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Alright, see me outside of the classroom, the trial room, if it's not you.
Except for Hajime?
Oh, nobody else knows. Yeah. We're running hands.
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, We must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
What tipped you off?
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
What is wrong with you?
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Who are you talking to? The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Well, I need you to tell me what that contradiction is, because I don't know what the fuck anyone is talking about. Let's get it.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Strange feeling.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Whoops.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
If Chiaki's questioning
I mean,
you,
the walls
you know
are
you're
different
wrong.
colors.
Nigga, what?
And the designs on the floor are also different.
Actually,
We've
she might
already
be
settled
cooking.
this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
This whole time we've been thinking about the two towers being the same building, but if that was the only mystery, there's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower...
What is strange feeling? Regardless of whether you enter the hall, yeah, I can't read. Regardless of whether you enter the tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru's body, the tipped over pillar, and the oil stains exactly the same.
are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
What is his account? I don't think that has anything to do with this. No. Okay. It's gotta
The
be.
walls are different colors.
I would gamble
And
it's
the designs
this.
on the floor are also...
We've already settled. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Oh, he sounds like a South Park character.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Sonia, shut the
that's wrong.
fuck up, like, actually. You've been wrong twice now. 2 debates in a row.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
No, because you're what?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
You want to go outside too after this trial?
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
So is it the middle that's like shifting?
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
And so then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't
Aaron,
rotate,
please.
then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
If the floor didn't rotate.
Bow down.
Oh my god.
Then
What is
how
your
about
problem?
This? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Are you fucking high?
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
I don't know what her problem is. You would think Akane would be the one tweaking. I don't know.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
The hell, I ran out of cuts. As expected of a princess, she's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks and wait for an
There are
opportunity
many
to
different
refute.
ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic robo the pillar, he could have moved it all easy as pie.
Wait, what?
Damn it!
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I'm trying to see what would even...
Damn it!
Oh, the oil on the floor. How do you
There
explain
are
the
many
oil on the
different
floor?
ways. The body and the pillar could have been
The
moved.
oil. How do you
The
explain the
pillar could have
oil?
been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
The oil. It's the oil.
Moving the body and the pillar in that might be hard even for
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly
seems
wielding
you
the
have
power of the
forgotten.
futuristic robo-bear.
Oh. That is an odd apple of an assumption. There's no way I can understand what you're saying.
Crap!
I was about to scream too.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic robo-bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Oh, no, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Crap!
It seems you have forgotten.
It seems you have
surprisingly
forgotten
strong, wielding the pillar, the body,
that
everything at the
Allow me to cut through those words!
Fuck off me, Sonya. I'm suspecting
Moving
you
the
at this
body and
point.
pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh? You're guilty.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
Sonya, you've been wrong 3 times now. In a row.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
I bet it is.
So what really happened? Does that mean the 2 towers aren't the same building?
But fired up sorcery is superior.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the 2 towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or 2 different buildings, then what are they?
What if the buildings just fucking move, like, sentiently? Sentiently? Is that a word?
No idea, huh?
Well, nigga, do you have any suggestions? The mysteries tie into the secret of the funhouse. I'm already straining my voice and we're not even close to the point where I'm about to start impersonating voices again. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on that one person who has those clues. Aaron Yeager.
Hey, Nagito.
Hey, Attack Titan.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Has Monami been tweaking about her being the rabbit curry this entire time?
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? So, if so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something
But
happen
how do
then?
we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He went to the final dead room, right? He performed the appropriate action. The life-threatening game.
I see!
Tampering with the crime scene, what? What kind of option is that?
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
Look at all these weapons.
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
That is like the ugliest window placement ever.
From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Well, we didn't get to see it from your perspective.
Strange
So-
scenery?
Instead of explaining
Strange.
it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Really?
You took a picture?
Yep,
Ugh. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner
See?
pocket.
this is it.
As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
The hell?
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
I'm actually confused. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this
Then
picture.
let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Why'd you say it like that? Thinking time. What doesn't make sense in this picture? I have to tell you. Is it tower? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we were thinking all along.
Crap!
The trees?
Here!
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange.
Wait, what am I missing?
This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
Because we're above the trees. Okay.
I see. And is that it?
There's lots of things that don't make sense. There's other contradictions. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Is it this hallway right here? No.
Here!
Okay.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle,
But we don't see it.
which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call.
Thanks, Aaron.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
No.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
I'm going to make you bald in your sleep.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. Well, no shit. You showed up? How did you even get here? Oh, okay. Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Chiaki, he didn't ask you.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint in figuring out the mystery behind Funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Let's do this. What is this? Oh, logic dive. Haven't done one of these in a while. Alright, let's try this again. These funky ass controls. I don't even have a full heart to be doing this. Why? Ooh, weave. They exist. Yes, we've established that Grape and Strawberry House both exist as a part of the building as a whole. Oh, you're a bitch made. They're the same building. I'm still trying to figure out the how behind it, but I guess in due time we'll figure it out if I can get past this. My lord. Do I just not jump on the second one? I don't understand my issue. I actually cleared it, but I don't know. Oh my god, thank you. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? Vertically? That means that did they like stack on top of each other? Is that what it is? They both exist, they're the same building, and they're structured vertically.
It's all coming together.
Is it?
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
Me too.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where Strawberry House is located?
I see!
The floors above Grape?
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
What?
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Why couldn't you just say rectangle?
And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse,
So the elevator...
Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
That sounds highly I don't like that.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then, it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Monami, it's been quite apparent you
Then
don't
what
have a
about the
say in
towers?
anything.
Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solved this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I'll definitely make her watch me.
She don't fuck with him.
I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
I don't want to say I'm lost. Strange feeling?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Oh my god.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent,
Parts
Gundam!
from where?
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Nigga, what in the hell are we doing here? A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? How though? No, it's not possible.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of
The broken doorknob. He's found inside Grape Tower.
was actually a dummy!
Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to think. You're not making any sense. If you got something to say, then just say it.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
It's not the strange feeling, right?
One of the bodies in one
Can
of
I
the
fucking
towers
scroll, please? Thank you.
was actually a dump.
Oh,
No, that's wrong.
okay. But we were in the room.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
When the tower shifted, so it can't be that.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Okay.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy,
Ooh.
then it would be a different story.
The accusation.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
Niggas don't like when you tell lies on them for the hell of it. She's not fucking with him.
You are joking, right?
She legit does not fuck with this
It's
dude.
alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Well, he could have done that to just, you know, get the suspicion taken off of him, but yeah.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
But knowing that he'd be the one person who could fix it, why would he not opt to do that, you
I
know?
see. That is disappointing.
She does not like him.
Even more disappointing.
Nigga is boo-hooing at his podium.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
The elevator. The tower's an elevator. Is that what it is? The tower that takes you from grape to strawberry and strawberry to grape has to be the elevator, right? A device that we know what the fuck that is. It's a fucking elevator. Don't make me fucking Eggman's Gambit a fucking elevator, bro. Oh my god, both hurt. No, hard. What's that spell? What the fuck? Everyone knows what an elevator is. Why are we talking about this? Stupid ass niggas.
You must be talking about an...
Yes.
Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
So, am I
Where
right?
the hell is this elevator anyway?
Up my asshole.
The tower itself.
I fucking knew it.
The inside of the tower is one big elevator,
I fucking called it.
which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
I fucking called it. Big brain
That's why
sorcery
we
I
could only
play.
enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil we've been talking about for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. What's one thing that these all have in common?
I see!
They were all on the floor.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Is it the lighting? It's a... You can only enter one side at a time. It's a... Did I spell enormous wrong? There's no ceiling? No, that wasn't it. No. I'm going to die because Chiaki asked me a question I don't know the answer to.
I see!
Only the floor moves.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently correct.
Okay. Okay.
There's no way that's gonna
All right,
By the way,
shut up. Shut
what
up,
does
shut
the
up.
chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? That door that leads to Strawberry Hall is a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chain's there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
He don't like you.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality?
I think this is what confused me.
Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
Bars.
What does this mean?
Glazing. I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Alright, let me lock in.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses,
What is Akani's account? Heard a rumbling noise at 5. No, that's not it.
if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Kazuichi? The company was spun so the elevator rotates, right?
Which means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Ew!
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
God damn it. Wait. I'm him.
No, that's wrong! The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
It's gotta be rotating.
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
What the hell was that edit?
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Oh, wow. I would have never guessed that.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
This reminds me of like that one show on Animal Planet with like the 3D bugs and shit. If I can find it, I'm gonna put it up.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't
Goofy-ass
really
music.
need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Fair.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
Might always be lowly.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
I think that was just as important,
Huh?
Akane.
You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that
The
yet.
fuck is this, UFC?
Oh my. I
What?
can't believe I have to explain that now.
Oh, this is getting pissed off.
As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Octo means 6, right?
Crap!
No, I'm retarded. Pentagon, heck, no, I think heck 8.
I see!
Okay.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I used to play with those little shapes in elementary school. My favorite shape was a trapezoid.
I didn't expect you to
It just
know
sounds
that.
cool. Trapezoid
For a
sounds cool.
substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Has the word zoid in it. What the fuck is a zoid?
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
UFC. It would be great, right? And I died. I died because I chose the wrong fucking answer. I jumped the gun. I'm not even gonna deny it. Second death, by the way.
We'll never give up!
Let's try this again. The place befitting of the name Octagon, it's probably okay, so it's not that. So no. What the fuck do you want from me? Holy hell, I'm selling.
Here!
What? I could... Hold on.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
What?
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yeah.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. Look, I'm just not gonna say
That's
anything.
basically the gist of it.
I'm not gonna out myself as some sort of mathematically inferior.
The true identity of the
human being.
Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Yeah.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
That sounds very complicated.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the Funhouse from the scenery.
What if they didn't, though?
And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular
So my
crime.
question is, how did they find out? Okay, stop. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? I think it's the black guy playing the video game. What the fuck? Hey!
Hiya!
Haven't done one of these in a while. Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. What? I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious stufatly? That's much worse than straightforward. That's much what? I can't read. Tisk, tisk, tisk. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three words would be, ta-da, stufatly. Oh, what? There's a fat hidden in there? Y'all looking kind of on the thicker side.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious stufatly.
Hey, we're gonna keep going. I'm running out of save spots, truth be told. Just overwrite at random. We're just gonna keep going. Start to finish.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
Well, it's 8 in the morning, so sure.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Honestly, yeah, real.
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
You know what? Monami actually speaking facts. Fake it till you make it, but don't drain yourself.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
But some people just can't do that. They just break down the second shit gets too hard.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Nigga, what?
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Well, let me make sure I'm still recording. Yes, I am.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know.
It means to take
If this
back.
was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual.
I miss Mikon, even though she was a tweaker.
There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave
I
him
see.
alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Bro, Nagito is the type of guy in a group chat who scares all the hoes when y'all link up in public type shit.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
Again, if Midget Man Terra was right next to you, Sonia, I swear to God, he'd be saying shit all fucking day. Nagito as usual. I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or
Anyway,
not.
if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death. He was horribly damaged as if beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death? That he had to have fell, right?
I see.
He would have had to have fallen
That's
on
it.
a pillar.
I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
Yeah, because it's not like Sonya sat up here and did that 3 fucking times.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
It's not that serious.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
You got shit. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? He's got a long ass first name. If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this, I need to solve the mystery. So we're talking about where he got pushed from?
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this?
The goodnight button.
After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
The goodnight button.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
Because he wouldn't be moving at
Must
all.
be the threshold of that elevator.
But who do I refute? And why did he look at me like that?
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru, they moved the elevator and made use of the...
Hold on, did you forget? As long as there's a moving object inside.
I'm him.
No, that's wrong.
Someone put him to sleep.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
I'm getting a fucking phone call right now.
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Yes.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
This is not this man's day. Like, holy shit.
Silence, pest!
Oh,
Now you're calling me a pest?
he's gonna kill himself. He's gonna be the fucking 5th victim at this rate. A way to create a drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru was still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Okay. I really hope you're not cutting grass right now.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
No!
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Right?
Silence, pest!
What the fuck?
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh my god, he's like Sanji from One Piece. And none of y'all let her fucking finish her thought. If Nekomaru was inside the elevator, how can you create such a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the...
Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied with a metal wire. Tied in a loop.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Was he tied up? Well,
That
obviously.
arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Was he tied up to fall?
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yup.
I agree with that.
And when the doorknob broke, he fell. That's what happened.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it
They
got
are
scraped by the
cutting
wall.
grass right now. Holy fucking shit.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yep.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
That looks like a noose.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair. That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower
Look at him.
and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Bro is getting mega rest.
That's right!
That's probably...
He was so well hung! Kinda
Whoa.
like...
Neck,
You better not finish that sentence.
Monokuma, you're gay? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but
the killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves.
you looking at a nigga nuts?
By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Nigga, what?
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Do you not see the shape of his head?
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
He would have to wake up at some point. Naturally. Yep.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
You see how it's only taking one slice
Possible that he fell on his own.
per sentence? His
What?
argument has...
Nekomaru fell on his own?
What? Come on,
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
get
Allow
out.
me to cut through those words.
Superior sorcerer, stop trying to argue with me.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside
We
down in
are
midair?
4 class trials in. Y'all stay arguing with the nigga who's getting all the information.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
Y'all do it in the first game, y'all do it in this game, y'all do it in the third game. Shut up.
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep
You
mode.
literally seen the clock bulging out of his fucking body.
Which means the killer
Pause.
set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make it fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily... In actuality,
Whoops.
the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Right.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Man, broke under his
When
weight.
Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened because... In that case, I shall use my full power. And if... Oh, because he couldn't even make the door budge. So he assumed... Okay. If that's really what it is, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
See. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Dirty ass braid.
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Nobody in this room is ore except me.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
I'm telling you, he's Sanji.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
And caved his head in on the pillar.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too,
I literally
right?
just said that he caved his head on the fucking pillar.
I see!
Stop questioning me.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Yes,
That's
the
how
pillar.
the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
Given the nature of his body, if he would have just fell straight to the floor, I feel like his body would have just been flattened for the most part from the force of the
At this
impact.
point, it is quite
Right.
difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
You need to clean that shit.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
And Akane heard something at 5 p.m. because that was 5:30 because that was her account.
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Right?
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
I can't show up at a time like this. There should be a clue to break this contradiction. So, where did I... Is it the wall clock?
We headed for Great...
It's gotta be something to do with a clock. There's 2 different clocks. Right.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
The alarm that caused Nekomaru's fall range at 7:30, but we discovered his body before 7. It doesn't even say. That's very helpful.
We headed for Great Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
What is Fujihiko's account again? Huh.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Whoops.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some... They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No?
Damn it!
Hold on, let me think. Lock in, lock in, lock in.
We headed for Great Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nek was set for 7:30 a.m.
I keep pressing the
Nekomaru
wrong
died
button.
because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and one of those must.
The killer probably did... They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
I don't think it's Akane. I don't know. It's gotta be something with the clock.
We headed for Great Tower.
Wait, what is the clock's alarm timer? Is this his? The clock's alarm stopped at 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30. Okay, I think I'm using the wrong truth bullet.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
So what's the difference between radio clock and... So wait, does that mean that the clock couldn't have been tampered with?
Was set for 7:30 a.m.
But wait, no, he would have
Nekomaru
been
died
dead,
because of that alarm,
right?
right?
His time of death and the time the body. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside
No, that's wrong.
I think I'm right on that, right?
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me,
That
we are
human.
not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
What? This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we overlooked something? Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. If I can just focus and fucking think, I should be able to find the answer. Oh god. Silver Surfer Simulator again? Okay. Alright. Silver Surfer Simulator, let's get it. Ooh, almost. Get that. Come on, there was a first question. What did Haji and the others misunderstand? The time in the building. I don't have to move. Yep. Perfect. I'm locked in. Is either locked in or get locked out. Which clock was tampered with? The building's clock. Because you can't tamper with it, it's a radio clock. It's untamperable. I'm still locked in. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me say that still. I blame Queso. He's always saying lock in. That's where I'm continuously getting that from. I used to hate that phrase, lock in. Oh, like, tap in, y'all. But Queso, he popularized it for me. Which house at the wrong time? Strawberry House. No. Both of them. Most of the killer fucking both times? Hello.
It's all coming together!
Indulge me, please. I'd love to know.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole
So-
building by changing all the clocks.
Niggas was wandering around the entire building.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
That's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. Next mystery. We still have Akane's account, which I think is it. Let's
If the
see.
time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
No.
The problem is, what time would 7:30
Yeah. It was.
in
it was.
our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Oh, that was juicy thumbnail potential.
That's right.
But I did that for
We should have
child
heard
one.
the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
The rumbling?
I thought it was
Aaron?
just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Had to have
Well,
been.
a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
It's actually scary how loud of an impact a human body falling from a great height sounds.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
Doesn't she have like one of those like noise-proof rooms?
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
Cry about it.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
Y'all might say I'm being mean to her, but she stalled the trial on 3 consecutive occasions and was wrong every single time.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
You'd know a lot about rumblings, wouldn't you?
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
If Aaron Yeager we heard was at 5:30 a.m., it's so 2 hours.
I see!
Why is this even a question?
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, That means our time was off by 2 hours.
So we were late hours
2 hours?
by the fact.
That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
So we
The
wouldn't wake
reason
up.
is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Yep. Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
A specific
From
thing.
there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer used a specific thing. Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see!
Yep.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
They baited him out of his room because it was at 7:30, right? So he'd leave his room.
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity,
Not 7:30.
right?
Yes.
But if they messed with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
And when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's
Damn.
pretty much it.
If he would have said something, this nigga would not have died.
At that time,
But he couldn't
was
have
heading
known.
over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
So I don't really hold anything against him, but damn.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Gasp.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
And you didn't say a fucking thing.
Aw, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it?
Fucking troll.
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
I've never heard either saying.
Wrong! Too bad.
Oh,
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's it.
shut up.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
I know I would not be able to tell that nigga to shut up, like, in his face. I get bodied like Junko in the first game. Oh,
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi
alright.
at that time?
Look into alibis. It's crunch time.
Remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. There was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Ooh.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it?
Who's the bastard?
Is it Nagito?
You're the only one!
The fuck?
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito
But-
wasn't there.
Didn't he have a deluxe room?
It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
What?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
But we haven't talked about the rooms yet.
You're definitely fucking lying.
Like the crummy room and the deluxe room.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
All of you had deluxe rooms. I think that's what they're called, right?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
It's the rooms. My god, Hajime, stop. Lock in.
I got it!
Lock in or lock out.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall,
Hold on.
the deluxe rooms are...
I'm trying to see if you can hear the grass cutting on my mic. I might just mute or just wait for them to finish. The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room has so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
The reason...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student
I
talent?
mean, I had a bitch-ass nigga crummy room, so...
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec! Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Actually, do we have a truth bullet about this? We don't.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Okay, it's not picking up on the mic.
Decisive factor?
The voice crack. Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're the only one!
It's you.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
And I know how these games go, but if you think about it, if you remember, he also had a deluxe room. It's him. Let that sink in. 4 people had deluxe rooms. Chiaki, Sonia, Nagito, and Gundam. Why was he outside when the alarm went off? he would have never known unless he was lurking around.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that?
That shit would have pissed me off, hearing that shit go off in my hands.
If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
The alarm, you fake-ass Finn Balor!
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
Yep,
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time.
it's fucking Gundam.
That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam,
Talk.
you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Because he was lurking in the hallways.
Me?
Oh.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
So you made it impossible for him to go back to his room.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
That's fucked.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
It's him.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
Look at him, not even willing to repeat.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
You are solely responsible for us singling out the killer.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Why does that room stink? Hey, what are you doing? I'm not reading this. I'm mad
Why'd
he
you
even
come
said
out?
all that.
You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
So no one questioned where he came to the lounge from? That diagram just proved that he was at the staircase. But no, they were facing the wall where the clock was. They would have never known where he came from.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal.
Then why didn't he
but
just go in his room?
How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was
Gundam,
doomed.
you're actually dumb. Gundam.
Gundam,
Fucking
please, can you at least say something?
Night of the Museum, that fucking rock, this is dumb.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
I don't know, 10? 8? 60?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
What? Because I was definitely about to say that's not how sound works in relations to. Yeah.
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth
Oh, he tweaking.
shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime,
What, bitch? What?
this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You just complained about how bored you were, but gatekeeping the
You
fun.
said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
Doesn't have one.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption.
Can someone explain to me why Sonya is so quick to stand up for? They have to be on something.
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing.
But you have 4 unaccounted for hamsters.
Which means
that we're not
your
considering.
assumption is clearly wrong.
You have 4 mice that we're not factoring right now.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something's obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. But, alright. What? What are these? Okay.
That elevator was
Uh-huh.
the only means of travel between the 2 houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
No, the contact elevator.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
It might have something to do with what Hiko just said.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to...
Since I was at there's no question that
It would have been different if they had...
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you... Why don't we stop this already?
Hold on. No, I don't think it's secret passage. Get rid of that.
Was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was... Your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot...
Since I was at there's no question that the following...
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No?
Damn it!
Show us better evidence. How about... Okay.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
No, I did not mean to. I actually did not mean to do that.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
Maybe shoot that.
That elevator, the only means of travel. As long as that elevator...
Hiko?
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to...
Since I was at there's no question that the...
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No. I'm trying to use my
That elevator was
my brain here. The last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House.
the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption...
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return...
Since I was at Strawberry House, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an
I'm gonna take a
accomplice.
gamble. Nope, not it. Am I misunderstanding?
There's no question that the following crime is impossible.
So I gotta grab something someone
It
else
would
is
have been
saying.
different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Think. Maybe it is what Akane is
That
saying.
elevator was the only means of travel between the two.
Oh my fucking god,
that's
Akane! You... I'm locked in.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then
Lock
why
in.
don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito.
You're the
Lock
only one!
in. This is it.
Nagito,
You're fucked.
you should know. Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Yep.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show
I'm
up.
going to choke you out in front of everybody.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they want.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Nigga, huh?
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
Bro, you literally have moles with you at all times. There's no way you wouldn't know.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Oh, fuck off, fake ass Bruce Banner. What did I say? I said I'm locked in, bitch ass nigga. Alright, which one do I need? I don't know. He'll figure it out.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist,
What?
you could travel through multiple planes.
What is he
Provided
talking
you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
What are you telling me?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I don't know how to fight this. He's talking bullshit.
Even if the
Lock in.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
What are you talking about?
If you don't at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Wait, where did you get that wire from?
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom...
Yeah! Allow me to cut through those words!
When I thought about the wire was the only thing that made sense. Because where the fuck did you get it from?
Body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
The chain too.
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse.
Holy shit.
Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of
Gotta
is
lock
the
in.
Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
You're found out. You and your fucking fake ass mice.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
Are you gonna do it?
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Alright, hit us.
Hey, what are you...
No, do it.
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Well, shit.
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
Damn, I miss Byakuya as well. We need his leadership.
And
understand.
No, we don't.
Without such a risky plan,
You got me.
they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
By all means.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Dumb bitch.
Hold on! You... What did you just say?
Oh, no.
That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with
Oh,
that?
he's crashing out.
Don't mess with me!
He's crashing out.
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Well, it's you, so yeah.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
I don't know how I'm gonna do the little thing that's about to come up on keyboard and mouse.
I cannot finish!
That's what
What do
she
you intend to
said!
do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
You think everything's an illusion. The only thing that's illusion is your delusion. Ooh!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
Again, you got Jerry, Barry, Larry, and Carrie on your team. You could all press the button.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat.
Bro, who's in the studio? They got their paycheck. This shit bump.
First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Great, PTA.
I won't let you! What is not the Empire? Crush the thing prophesize! I won't let you! What is not the Empire? Crush the thing prophesize! Show me the data! I won't let you! What is not the Empire? Crush the thing prophesize! I won't let you! What is not the Empire? Crush the thing prophesize! What is not the Empire?
Because I don't. Tab is the reload? Okay. Tab. Tab, okay.
I won't let you! What is not the Empire?
Go to Peter.
Crush the thing prophesize! I won't let you! What is not the Empire? Crush the thing prophesize! Show me the data! I won't let you! What is not the Empire? It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so
Four.
easily?
Dark Davis, the. Whoops. And I died.
It's Nekomaru's
The
back. Do you
four
really
Dark
think I can get
Davis.
behind him so...
This is the end!
Shut your ass up, nigga. This shit's over. I don't like you.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Yep, Terry, Barry, Carrie, Sherry. Oh, head ass nigga.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yep, neck Omaru's neck.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster. But it would have been possible for
This
Gundam.
is Gundam we're talking
In
about,
fact,
bro.
we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract. The time has come to lend me your aid. Yes, through Supernova Silver Fox Sun D. My voice hurts. Click. Ah, it pressed the button. Truly, this is the Skyline Lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Soon, the door of destiny shall open. Put me in anime, bro. I'm that nigga.
After Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Ibuki went on crazy. Flabbergasted.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Yeah, fuck, nigga. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are.
Fucking of mice and men.
I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say—
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Hell ain't enough for people like you.
Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
What? Okay. Everyone's favorite segment. Who set the... Okay, we don't have that yet. Who was in the lounge since early morning? We don't have that. Oh, I'm going forwards. Why is he walking like that? What is that fucking face? What was the fake weapon? Oh, we don't have it yet. Ugh, this nigga is real life fucking ugly. Foul shit, foul shit. Nekomaru went out fucking crazy, bro. I swear.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Let's go.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room.
So that means he did the final dead room too. So Nagito wasn't the first
This
person.
means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
Yep.
That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
Fucking insane.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru.
He looks like fucking shit.
According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob, and meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
You thought you were so sly with that stupid ass face you're making.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already.
Right?
Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
This nigga's just a naturally born weirdo.
Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
Is my caps lock on? It is.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret?
Why should we be the ones feeling regret?
Then finish it! Cast your impure vote for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Gundam, I think you should go on www.betterhelp.com and find some fucking help. Holy shit. B for bitch ass nigga. Alright.
This result isn't all that exciting.
We're gonna keep going.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
I'm gonna do a lot of talking in a minute, but I want to see the execution and we can stop it there.
Who will be chosen as the black?
Who is the guilty party? Ding dong. You actually get to gamble in the third game. Funny enough, I am actually standing right now. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistake is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay! I said that without biting my tongue. Congrats. Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident's over. We can't finish yet until we hear from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to the one who's lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct? You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
Shut the hell up. If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain! Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Fucking showdown. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say as I expected as much as Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he had wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
I said life. A fight that risked life? I said it again. I played too much Dead by Daylight, I'm sorry. Life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious too. He gave it his all to try to kill me. Imagine if it was Gundam. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been much more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Neko.
Hold on. This nigga got the Balenciagas on?
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I'm not going to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might!
These niggas real life squabble.
I won't go easy on you! Don't even think about holding back! Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
What in the fuck? Why? Why did you fight? We're all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting to finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment. I said that word awful. A mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than to have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
So because we said that, you were like, nah, I'm killing niggas? Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by the feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is commonly observed. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism. Did you guys know if you bite your nails, that's an act of cannibalism?
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did?
But
It sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime.
you...
What about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I did it only once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, it was mere child's play.
Well,
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
History's greatest monster! My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10 billion years in the name of pandemonium. It is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it. I've prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
please wait!
This is just too much.
I beg of you!
No, fuck off. Miss Sonia,
I beg of you!
what is your problem?
How pitiful.
Sonia, as an act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not benefit such a noble such as yourself. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind, however.
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction?
Oh, it's Clary, Terry, Barry, Jerry.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
You need help.
Let's give it everything we've got!
It's punishment time! See ya, chump. Gundam has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. The hell? Pineapples, melons. Gundam Tanaka Stampede. Is he gonna get fucking trampled? It's making a transmutation circle, I think. It's fucking Full Metal Alchemist. Got fucking destroyed. Did y'all know Petco's going out of business? You think he's going to the pet cemetery? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just waffling. Monokuma, fuck off. F tier execution, not even gonna lie. Gundam. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep within our chests. Don't give up on life. Look how many of us there are now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counting me. We started with 16, and we're less than half now. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what was the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
Y'all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Damn it. Why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. I don't know why she just reminded me of Tuesday from Hero and Tuesday. Good anime, by the way. If not,
You are right.
Gunther will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. He's crying. They were fucking. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who've died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So, how long are you just gonna stand around chatting? The class trial is over, so it's okay to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec. The mood shift is too damn fast.
Not like that.
Well, you know, It's like Gundam Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
Huh.
This is my forever group, low-key. He's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then, let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then, let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. I'm hungry too, I ain't gonna cap. With this, the class trials come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the one thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Who? The fuck? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. That's right. And then Gundam never said anything about this. So did Gundam not get the prize? I missed a fucking whole thing of dialogue. And before everyone else too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
Damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. You strained my voice so badly.
Monokuma appears!
All right, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for... Oh, and I still gotta talk to him.
What's this?
Why is the lonely little Nagito? Are you all alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well.
Well,
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you Oh my god, that was disgusting. Hello? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. While I'm at it, there was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person. The total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created from Hope's Peak, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff from the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person a former student of Hope's Peak?
Who knows?
I wonder.
hey,
Would it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information onto the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? Well, he got quiet. What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say, I knew who the traitor was all along. But even then, I knew who it is. Why'd you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, the person is the Evil Future Foundation's lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. Interesting, very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too. Well, I knew you'd say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, then they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in this.
Well...
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Oh,
You don't know?
wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. I'm not gonna lie, that gave me chills down my spine. You two are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey,
There's one more thing I want to ask you.
see?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Oh, looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey,
Well, answer my question, you fat fuck.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person's already on the island, wouldn't that be exciting? Holy shit, these two are fucking nuts. Oh. Please tell me I'm done reading. Five days left. Do ultimate robots dream of clockwork? I feel like that title is kind of telling of who would have been the victim.
Anybody who don't know they fate, I'll terminate. I'm about to go and take your girl, she got some really cake. I'm about to mate, I don't fuck with fakes, I don't fuck with snakes, I don't fuck with snakes, bitch go to terminate. Anybody who don't know they fake, I'ma terminate. If you act a snake, if you actin' fake, I don't give a fuck about the snakes, about a bad little baby. She just tryna have my babies, probably I'm in the snake.